to know enough. Too old to play the part, too cool for showing up. Too dumb to say what's smart, so I'm a substitute waiting for the game to start. But I ain't trying to get played like change your heart. And may I park and find me another ride. I'm letting Florence tell you how I feel inside.
So I think it's only fair that I'm wearing my dad's shirt. I'm going to be telling a story that involves him, so it's kind of ironic that I'm wearing my dad's shirt. But so the year is what would the year be? Maybe 2000, something like that. So I'm in 6th grade, and it was my birthday. I was having my birthday party. My birthday party this year was at the Holiday Inn. Me and my mom, Polly, your friend. So yeah, anyways, so it was at the Holiday Inn, and it was a swimming party. So it was in February, and I was having a swimming party in the summer. So it's like, not only is it my birthday, but I get to swim in the winter. So it's like, there's a lot of cool things going on, right? And had my birthday party. At that time, I had a girlfriend, and I won't say her name because I don't want to reveal her identity if she doesn't want me to. But anyways, great. Had a great time. Presents were good. Swimming in the winter time at the Holiday Inn, which is maybe one of my favorite, hotels, motels, whatever you want to call it. And at the end, we were slotted to take my girlfriend home. So I guess her parents couldn't pick her up, so we were going to take her back to her house. So I'm pumped. Everything is going good. And at the end, everybody's leaving, like, what's up? We'll talk to you later. Glad you can make it, stuff like that. And everybody's leaving. I'm helping load stuff, the presents, the cake, whatever's left over. I'm helping load stuff in the back of the trunk. I think we were in my mom's car or something like that. And we're loading stuff, and I guess my dad thought we were done. What he didn't know is that I was still loading stuff in the back of the trunk. Well, as I'm doing this, I can sort of see him out of my peripheral vision. And I notice, and it's too late at this point because it's done. I'm leaning over to put stuff in, and out of the corner of my eye, I see the trunk swing down. And when I say that he hit my head, I felt like my head came off. Like I felt like he sent it through whatever layers of the earth there was all the way to the core. Like he hit my head so hard, like it wasn't just a boom, it was a bang. You know what I'm saying? Like, and my dad is so chill and so like, I don't remember exactly what he said, but I guarantee it was something like, "Oh, sorry about that, son," or, "Oh man, I bet that hurt." Yeah, Dad. It not only did it hurt, there's a second element in here. My girlfriend is right there because she's getting in the vehicle with us, to take her home. So like I've been decapitated and I'm trying to keep it together. You know how sometimes you want to cry, but like it's not the right time. Like you cannot cry. And I felt literally water in my eyes welling up, and it was everything I had not to cry. Like even if I want like even if I had just been decapitated at that point, I would have had to like pick my head up and be like, well, guess we'll deal with this later, try to be cool about it. But it's just like, oh my gosh, Dad. So he's like, she gets in the vehicle and I'm like trying to get it together before I sit in the back seat before we head home. And my dad came over here. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry about that, son." I'm like, "Oh, what do I say? Don't worry about it, Dad. I'll just sit in the back with my tears and shame, filled with tears and shame, Dad. Don't worry about it." Okay, so I get in the back seat, and I heard her go, "Are you okay?" And I don't even think I really said anything. I think I just nodded because at that point I didn't know if I could totally speak yet. I didn't know if if my head was really, if everything was still functioning correctly. And I just kind of nodded like, and at that point, when you're embarrassed but you're also hurt, like there's a dual element there, like, you want to cry, but like you're embarrassed, and like there's so many emotions going on at that point. My girl, what has been a great night has now ended. It feels like a disastrous ending. And so, like, my plan beforehand was to, like, as we're driving home, like maybe hold her hand, something like that. But I'm just trying to keep it together. I'm just trying to stay conscious in the back seat. So we're riding home, and my head it feels like it's on fire. You know what I'm saying? And like I can see her hand sort of in the middle, and like I'm thinking in my mind like she's kind of wanting to hold my hand too. Like we're in the 6th grade, and so like I start inching it that way, inching it towards the middle, and like so dumb. Like right before we get home, we were like kind of touching pinkies. Not quite holding hands, but I feel like if I would have been cognizant, like I would have been able to, reach over and hold her hand, in a more confident way. But at that point, I was just I was stunned, I was hurt, I was embarrassed, and it's just funny looking back. If you know my dad, he's just so like he was so cool, calm, and collected. Like I could have been decapitated, and he'd have been like, "Well, I guess we gotta, stop by the hospital before we take you home. Before we take her home." That's how chill he was about certain things. Everything was always going to work out, and it did. It's a funny story now, right? Like I get my head taken off at my 6th grade birthday party in front of my girlfriend, and yeah, it was. It's funny. It's funny looking back at things that happen that you think are going to be terrible, and they are terrible maybe in the moment. Like you think this is the end of the world, like but it's a funny story now. Like I can reflect on it and be like, man, that's kind of funny. Not that I'm glad it happened, but I'm not glad that it didn't happen. Right. Anyways, that's the story. If you like it, cool. If you didn't, well, maybe you'll like the next one.